If you think you've had enough in that first fixture, you do not know what's coming your way in this one. Welcome back, folks. You are watching the eISL Season 2 brought to you by Nordwin Gaming as we head into our second knockout match of the evening. This is going to be a battle again between, four brothers over here. It is Mumbai City FC taking on Kerala Blasters FC, and this is going to be an absolute banger as well. I'm pretty sure my co-caster TT along with me was frozen for a second, and he was still digesting, still contemplating on what he had witnessed. But yes, I think TT, you're back. So tell me about what's going on between these two clubs.
देखिए दोनों ही बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग है एंड स्पेशली अगर बात किया जाए कि कॉन्फिडेंस की तो मुझे लगता है कि केरला ब्लास्टर्स के पास आज वो कॉन्फिडेंस रहेगा क्योंकि वो जिस जगह से वो कहते हैं ना मौत को छू के टक से वापस आ जाना तो कुछ उस तरीके का सिनेरियो उनके लिए बना था और वो कम बैक करके आए तो बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग होगा प्रेडिक्शन अगर अभी दे तो वो मुझे लगता है कि थोड़ा जल्दबाजी हो जाएगा थोड़ा और टाइम लेते हैं थोड़ा सा और देखते हैं एंड उसके बाद ही जाके प्रेडिक्शन देंगे
But before we have this entire matchup, started, let's take a quick look at the schedule, folks. Once again, what matches do we have in store for you? So the first match has concluded with Bengaluru FC winning the first knockout match, and they go on to face FC Goa. There you can see match number 3 that has been updated, and Bengaluru FC really need to kind of get themselves back together because it was an emotional journey for them. And now what we have is Mumbai City FC taking on Kerala Blasters FC. Like I already said, all four of these players are quite familiar with each other, especially Shubham and Crusher being so close to each other. Saki and Lokmanu again being two brothers. They've played together. They are the old guards of the FIFA community. And tonight, only one club goes through while the other faces the horrors of defeat. Now, this is where both these clubs have already in the past have met against each other, where Shubham did manage to best out his opponent, and it was Saki, I think. But in the co-op and in that third game, that is where Mumbai City FC again, Aditya Chadda Crusher coming in clutch, managed to get the victory. But like I said, Kerala Blasters FC, they're on a revenge arc tonight. Let's take a quick look at how the matches are going to be. Is it going to be a mirrored matchup like they had last time, or are they going to have any changes in the playing order, as the matchups will be in front of the screens just about now. So you can see there is in fact a change in the playing order. We can see Crusher this time going out first. I think the idea behind Mumbai City FC opting for such a decision is they want to secure this right at the very beginning, right? So as the rule dictates, if any of the clubs win both their first matches, then they do not have to play game number 3. And this is where, Kerala Blasters FC, they've gotten in Shubham for that third game. So Lokmanu, his victory has to be inevitable if Shubham needs to come to play, because TT, I really cannot understand why Kerala Blasters FC have gone for such a playing order, because I would ideally want to see Crusher taking on Shubham, but it is what it is.
जी हाँ देखिए कहने के वही हुआ है और थोड़ा समझने में दिक्कत तो जरूर हो रहा है बट आई थिंक उनके प्लानिंग कुछ अलग है मुझे लगता है कि लोकमेनू के पास वो कहने के इतने दिन से खेलते आ रहे हैं तो इतने बेहतर तरीके से जानते भी होंगे इधर प्रेशर को तो उस वजह से वो अपने ऊपर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो है वो लेना चाहते थे एंड पिछले गेम पे भी अगर बात किया जाए तो वो दोनों प्लेयर्स अगर वो चाहे सीजे हो या फिर जेनेसिड दोनों ही कह रहे थे कि मैं लेना चाहता था इधर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी तो हो सकता है कि लोकमेनू का वो खुद का डिसीजन हो कि हाँ मैं रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेता हूँ मैं इधर जिता के रहूंगा और क्रैशर को रोकना है नॉर्मल से काम नहीं है तो बहुत बहुत कुछ इधर सोच साच के फिर उसके बाद आप यहाँ प्लानिंग्स और लेके आ रहे हो उसके बाद जाके मे बी आउटकम आ सकते हैं तो आई थिंक ये एक डिसीजन होगा इसके ऊपर प्रेशर ऑन द अदर हैंड उनको पता है लेकिन उनको क्या करना है
You know what, TT? I think it's time to take a look at the league stages stats of both these clubs, right? Let's take a quick gander at how these two have fared, and when you're looking at a head-to-head, so Mumbai City FC have clearly been the better club, but Kerala Blasters FC, you cannot rule them out. This is a club that does not accept defeat at all. Because when you're talking about Kerala Blasters in this scenario, this was one of those clubs that was right at the very bottom, and everybody, including us, sort of had
Hmm.
disregarded them that nah, this is not going to happen. I don't see them qualifying. But then something happened to them, and they have pulled off the biggest comeback in the eISL. So do not go with what you're seeing right now, because this is a Kerala Blasters FC that is on a path of redemption, right? Trying to redeem their lost glory in eISL Season 1. They could not make it. But this time, since Lokmanu has made it to the land stages, we know he's got that experience. And him going up against Crusher, they also share quite an interesting backstory, because Crusher came a little late into the scene, but Lokmanu was all high praise about this lad, because Lokmanu used to say, I've never seen a sincere and a more dedicated lad than Crusher. And it goes on to show, even in those past tournaments, I think a year or two ago, Crusher went on to beat CJ and he won one of those championships. So even in this season's run, his campaign has been phenomenal. He's one of those players who never accepts defeat. There have been very few that have managed to beat Crusher. Lokmanu, he had tried in the past. It was a very close game, I must say. But still, somehow Crusher managed to beat him just by that one extra goal. It was a 2-1 scoreline. But today, Lokmanu, has he done his homework? That's the big question.
आज देखिए स्टेक्स बहुत अलग है, बहुत ज़्यादा हाई है। आज कोई सेकंड ऑप्शन नहीं है,
Yeah.
अपॉर्च्युनिटी नहीं है, तो जो करना है वो इसी 3 गेम के अंदर करना होगा और इंडिविजुअल प्लेयर्स की अगर बात करें तो उनके पास तो सिर्फ 2 गेम्स रहेंगे। एक उनका खुद का इंडिविजुअल गेम है और दूसरा इधर को-ऑप गेम। तो शुरुआत इधर लोकमान्य करने जा रहे हैं क्रशर के खिलाफ। अगर हम लोग थोड़ा बहुत गेम के ऊपर जाएँ तो क्रशर वो बहुत ज़्यादा डायरेक्ट फुटबॉल खेलते हैं। लाइक मेनली जब वो फीफा खेलते हैं, वो बहुत ज़्यादा डायरेक्टली अटैक करते हैं। एंड उसी के साथ सिर्फ डायरेक्ट अटैक मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो नॉर्मल चीज़ें करते रहेंगे। वो कभी-कभार जर्मन क्रॉस निकाल देते हैं, कभी लॉब थ्रू लाइक पास निकालते हैं, कभी दोनों डिफेंडर के बीच से थ्रू निकाल देते हैं, तो वो सब कुछ करते हैं। उनके पास सब कुछ है। बट ऑन द अदर हैंड अगर हम लोग लोकमेन्यू की बात करें, तो वो थोड़ा-सा लाइक वो जो एक्सपीरियंस वो एक स्टाइल आता है ना विंटेज स्टाइल जो कि आप थोड़ा
Yeah.
पासिंग कर रहे हो और उसके बाद डिफेंस के जस्ट बाहर जाके आप होल्ड कर रहे हो बॉल को ताकि आपका ओपोनेंट जो है वो गलती करे, डिफेंस में जगह बने। तो ये दोनों स्ट्रैटेजी के बीच में जब टक्कर होगा, तब क्या आउटकम निकल के आएगा, वो देखने के लिए मैं एंड शायद पूरा सब के सब जनता बहुत ज़्यादा एक्साइटेड है।
Everybody is excited. So, before we get this match started, let's take a quick look at what happened when these two clubs faced against each other. I think this was a game on the 11th of March where Mumbai City FC did manage to best out Kerala Blasters FC. 6 goals were scored. It was a very close game. And Mumbai City FC took home those valuable 3 points. And yeah, Kerala Blasters FC did manage to win that first individual matchup. And this is where my concern really arises for KBFC. I mean, when Shubham is in such a scintillating form, why not let him go first? Why not let him play against Crusher? Now, this is one of those questions that's reeling down my head. Because if anything goes south for Lokmanu, we know how strong of a co-op unit Mumbai City FC are. I think after FC Goa and Northeast United FC, Mumbai City FC have been the best co-op unit. So right now, Kerala Blasters FC have put all their eggs in that one basket. And for Lokmanu, he has to somehow win this one out. Now, when we're talking about Lokmanu's style of play, it has been quite relying on those build-ups, right? Lokmanu loves to go on those slower build-ups. We know he's a brilliant finisher. In the past couple of matches, I think he's done an immense job in scoring those late winners. We know he knows all those skill moves. He can dribble past the defense. He can score those goals. But we are also aware of the fact that the moment Lokmanu scores, he concedes very quickly. Now, this has been one of those Achilles heels that might go on to haunt Kerala Blasters FC. Of course, if you ask me who are the favorites, it is going to be Mumbai City FC. There's no second thoughts about that. But when you're talking about an in-form Kerala Blasters FC, I think we are in for a surprise.
या सरप्राइजेस कहीं ना कहीं दिख सकते हैं बट अगर हेड टू हेड की बात करें लोकमैन एंड क्रशर तो या लाइक स्टैट्स पे डिफरेंस बहुत ज्यादा है, क्योंकि लोकमैन की अगर बात किया जाए, उनका जो शुरुआत था वो उतना खास नहीं रहा था ये आईएसएल सीजन 2 के अंदर, और आखिर में जाके कहीं ना कहीं धीरे धीरे करके वो ड्रॉस निकालना, विंस निकालना शुरू किए थे। बट ऑन द अदर हैंड क्रशर, उनका जो नाम है वो उनका उस तरीके का ही गेम स्टाइल भी है, लाइक वो क्रश करते हुए आ रहे थे अपने ओपोनेंट्स को। सो इसी वजह से इतना ज्यादा डिफरेंस देखने के लिए मिला है। 29 गोल्स इन द स्कोर लाइक किया गया था क्रशर के तरफ से। ऑन द अदर हैंड लोकमेन्यू की अगर बात किया जाए, वो सिर्फ 14 गोल्स दाग पाए थे, क्योंकि दोनों के गेम स्टाइल पे भी चेंज है ना। देखिए गोल स्कोर आप कितने कर रहे हो वो दिखता है आपके गेम स्टाइल के ऊपर। आप अगर बहुत एग्रेसिव खेलते हो देन आप गोल तो ज्यादा स्कोर करते हो, उस जगह पे आप गोल कंसीड भी ज्यादा करते हो। तो ये चीज भी कहीं ना कहीं बैक ऑफ द माइंड चल रहा होगा दोनों ही क्लब्स पे एंड दोनों ही प्लेयर्स के बीच में, क्योंकि देखिए दोनों ही प्लेयर कोशिश उनका यही रहेगा कि एटलीस्ट ये गेम के अंदर जितना जरूरत है उतने गोल स्कोर करे, बाकी टाइम डिफेंस करे।
Now, ideally, a lot of people say, a lot of players also consider co-op to be one of the most important games in these matchups, right? But this is one of those games where I'm really excited for that first match, because you're seeing two Delhi boys going up against each other, and this is where those past rivalries are gonna get sparking, and this is where Crusher has been relatively new to the scenario, but he has also established himself as one of the old guards of the community right now. As the days have passed, Crusher has gone on to prove himself as one of the finer players. But for Lokmanu, we have, I think he's been into the scenario, or rather into the esports competitive FIFA scene for around 8 to 10 years, right? I think him, Saransh, all these players go way down the line. And at this point, for Lokmanu, this is where I think he's faced Crusher in numerous instances. This is where I feel that Lokmanu is feeling himself tonight. He knows that he can pull off a victory, because last time it was such a close game, and I remember, I still have the glimpses. It was just that one small fallacy, one crank in his defense, and that led Crusher into scoring against him. And Crusher, clearly the stats dictate that he's been the better player in terms of those individual prowess in the eISL. But yes, cannot really put Kerala Blasters FC aside. I'm really interested to see what's going to brew amongst these two players. But then again, we need to also bring a conversation about Saki and Shubham Tam Tam. So when you're talking about Shubham, clearly he's the viper of eISL. I've given him that term, and he has rightfully lived up to it. Such an aggressive player. Always, both these players of Kerala Blasters FC have, exude those emotions through in and throughout, and very expressive, very vocal about their thoughts. And well, I mean, Shubham is one of those players who enjoys that grand stage. He enjoys that limelight. He thrives under situations like this. But like all good things have to wait. We'll have to keep you waiting for this one for just a little bit. Folks, what we're gonna do is head off for a quick short break, because right after we'll have the match beginning for you guys.
यही वो गोल है।
They produce, and there you go. R9 breaks free for a run. He goes in for the charge himself right back into the game.
देखिए दोनों ही तरफ जा सकते हैं। साकिब की इधर प्रेशर में आपके पास obviously dribbling power मिलता है, so why not do that?
And is so calm on his build-up, right? Those 1-2 passes. And seek some blessings of Lord Jagannath, and then only can he score. But threatening. And I think it takes them to concede a goal to get back into the set. And what better way with a beautiful pass towards Mbappe, that ball roll. Oh my goodness, Shagnik just
Time finished, and this is where Bengaluru FC.
this time, not gonna work. Beautiful cross.
मैं खेल रहा था ये पूरा
Might happen pretty soon. With Ronaldinho, takes a direct shot, could get poached. Stretching his legs, getting the ball over there, and now a driven through beautiful one to Ronaldinho. A good chance perhaps being created. Ronaldinho taking his own time there. And now this is good. That he could concede a goal like.
अगर फुल ऐसे मोड पे बीच से मेसी का हाल ले एक बार
What?
ऐसे मोड पे बीच से मेसी का हाल लेकिन रोनाल्डो ने क्या
After 55 matches, here we are. The top 6 clubs have reached the playoff.
Watch them in the eISL playoffs this weekend.
एंड उसी के साथ चरणजोत को पता है कि यस यही वो गोल है.
They produce and there you go. R9 breaks free for a run. He goes in for the charge himself right back into the game.
तो देखिए दोनों ही तरफ जा सकते हैं. साकिब भी इधर प्रेशर में. आपके पास obviously dribbling power मिलता है, so why not do that? Hit.
And is so calm on his build-up, right? Those 1-2 passes and seek some blessings of Lord Jagannath, and then only can he score. But threatening, and I think it takes them to concede a goal to get back into the set. And what better way with a beautiful pass towards Mbappe, that ball roll. Oh my goodness, Shakik just
Finish, and this is where Bengaluru FC.
beautiful defense, but this time not gonna work. Beautiful cross.
मैं खेल रहा था ये पूरा
Might happen pretty soon. With Ronaldinho takes a direct shot, could get poached. Stretching his legs, getting the ball over there, and now a driven through beautiful one to Ronaldinho. A good chance perhaps being created. Ronaldinho taking his own time there. And now this is good. That he could concede a goal like
अगर फुल ऐसे मोड पे बीच से मेसी का आ रहे हैं एक बार
What?
ऐसे मोड पे बीच से मेसी का लेकिन रोनाल्डो पे
After 55 matches, here we are. The top 6 clubs have reached the playoff.
Watch them in the eISL playoffs this weekend.
एंड उसी के साथ चरणजोत को बताएं कि यस यही वो गोल है
It's reduced and there you go. R9 breaks free for a run. He goes in for the charge himself right back into the game.
कि देखिए दोनों ही तरफ जा सकते हैं साथी भी इधर प्रेशर पे आपके पास ऑब्वियसली ड्रिबलिंग पावर मिलता है सो व्हाई नॉट डू दैट
And is so calm on his build-up, right? Those 1-2 passes and seek some blessings of Lord Jagannath, and then only can he score. But threatening, and I think it takes them to concede a goal to get back into the set. And what better way with a beautiful pass towards Mbappe, that ball roll. Oh my goodness, Shakti just
Time finish, and this is where Bengaluru FC
beautiful defense, but this time not gonna work. Beautiful cross.
मैं खेल रहा था ये पूरा
Might happen pretty soon. With Ronaldinho, takes a direct shot, could get poached. Stretching his legs, getting the ball over there, and now a driven through beautiful one to Ronaldinho. A good chance perhaps being created. Ronaldinho taking his own time there. And now this is good. That he could concede a goal like.
अगर फुल ऐसे मोड पे बीच से मेसी का
Wow.
डाल रहे हैं एक बार ओ माय
What?
ऐसे मोड पे बीच से मेसी का
Wow.
डाल लेकिन रोनाल्डिनो अपने पास रखा और पे
After 55 matches, here we are. The top 6 clubs have reached the playoff.
Watch them in the eISL playoffs this weekend.
एंड उसी के साथ चरणजोत को बताएं कि यस यही वो गोल है
It's reduced and there you go. R9 breaks free for a run. He goes in for the charge himself right back into the game.
पे रख सकते हैं तो देखिए दोनों ही तरफ जा सकते हैं सागनिक भी इधर प्रेशर में आपके पास ऑब्वियसली ड्रिबलिंग पावर मिलता है सो व्हाई नॉट यूज दैट
And is so calm on his build-up, right? Those 1-2 passes and seek some blessings of Lord Jagannath, and then only can he score. But threatening, and I think it takes them to concede a goal to get back into the set. And what better way with a beautiful pass towards Mbappe, that ball roll. Oh my goodness, Shakti just
Time finished, and this is where Bengaluru FC
beautiful defense, but this time not gonna work. Beautiful cross. And we are back, folks, with the eISL Season 2 brought to you by Nordwin Gaming. And again, apologies for that slight delay. We were making sure everything is in order. But yes, this matchup, Mumbai City FC going on and taking up Kerala Blasters FC, is going to be an absolute blockbuster. Mumbai City FC might have defeated them in the past, but this time Kerala Blasters FC
They have an eye for revenge. They are here out and TT. Now I've been talking with the players. They are all boosted up. But what do you think? Is it going to be one of those days where Mumbai City FC do it once again, or do you think that Kerala Blasters FC they're gonna come back and win and go on to face Northeast FC?
मुंबई सिटी एफसी के पूरे सीजन के रन देखने के बाद तो लग रहा है कि हाँ उनके पास एक अच्छा खासा एडवांटेज है, लेकिन ऑन द अदर हैंड वही बात है कि लैंड पे आके कहीं ना कहीं सिनेरियोज चेंज होते हुए दिखते हैं। बहुत कुछ अलग होता है क्योंकि आप अपने रूम पे जिस जगह पे बैठ के हमेशा खेलते हो, अभी वो जगह नहीं है। अभी जगह चेंज हो चुका है, जिधर आपके जो को प्लेयर है वो भी आपके साइड पे बैठ के आपके गेम देखेंगे और बाकी लोग भी रहेंगे। तो कहीं न कहीं उस जगह पे प्रेशर हैंडल करना बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। और उसी के साथ मुंबई सिटी एफसी वी नो लाइक उनके तरफ से अभी तक जिस तरीके का सीज़न रहा है, तो कॉन्फिडेंस की तो कमी उनके पास भी नहीं रहेगा। बट केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी जिस जगह से वो वापसी करके क्वालीफाई किए हैं, जो एक चांस उनको मिला नहीं, ये नहीं कहूँगा कि मिला है, वो खुद के लिए बनाए हैं। तो चांस को वो ज़रूर कोशिश करेंगे कि वो एटलीस्ट सेमीफाइनल्स तक जो है वो पहुँच सके। तो कोई भी तरफ जा सकता है, बट मेरा प्रेडिक्शन रहेगा कि शायद मुंबई सिटी एफसी निकाल के लेके जाए इस गेम को।
All right. So Mumbai City FC is what you're going with. And, it's a very tough take for me at this point, right? Ideally, at one point, your mind says it's going to be Mumbai City FC, but your heart says that the kind of a run that Kerala Blasters FC have had so far in this campaign, they do not want to stop over here. They want to get over this hurdle. And this is going to be not just a hurdle, but an entire mountain to climb. But, I would have really loved to hear from Lokmanyu and Crusher, because two of those dynamic players. You can see the camaraderie again being there, and not just between each other, against each other also. They're kind of breaking those laughters, we're having those light moments, and letting it all sink in. You can see Lokmanyu all poised, directly having his attention onto the game. He just wants to get in there, wants to dominate, but it is going to be such a difficult task, because right up against him is going to be the mighty Crusher. And this is the previous matchup that I was talking about, right? Lokmanyu, it's not in the right order, because from what I remember, it was Saki sort of taking a defeat from Shubham, if that was the case. Yeah, it was Shubham that did manage to beat Saki, and eventually Lokmanyu lost to Crusher 1-2. So a little bit of changes in the graphics will be done, but regardless, what's happened in the past, let's just bury the hatchet and move on and focus on what's going to happen over here. Because TT, I'm kind of biting my nails right now. I'm kind of figuring it out, like who gets to score the first goal. Give me that prediction at least. Is it Crusher or Lokman? Name one.
It will be Crusher. क्योंकि देखिए मुझे लगता है जिस तरीके से क्रशर अभी तक खेले हैं, उनका जिस तरीके का गेम स्टाइल है, वो शुरुआती मिनट से अटैक करना चालू कर देते हैं। तो उस हिसाब से मुझे लग रहा है कि अगर इतना ज़्यादा अटैक वो करेंगे इस गेम के ऊपर भी, तो शायद पहला गोल उनकी तरफ से आ सकता है। बट ऑन द अदर हैंड लोकमैन्यू की अगर बात किया जाए, तो वो पिछले कुछ गेम की अगर बात करें तो फॉर्म उनका वापसी आया है, और वो वापसी कहने की आज भी कंटिन्यू होता हुआ दिखता है या फिर नहीं, वो देखना होगा। क्योंकि अगर कंटिन्यू होता है लोकमैन्यू की तरफ से, क्रशर के लिए भी बहुत ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लमेटिक हो सकता है। बात करते ही करते आज के दिन का जो प्लेऑफ नंबर 2 है, लाइक प्लेऑफ्स के, ये गेम जो है वो दोनों ही क्लब के लिए बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है। और शुरू हो चुका है गेम। मुंबई सिटी एफसी लेफ्ट टू राइट, केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी राइट टू लेफ्ट।
All right, so Crusher, right from the get-go, he wants to score a goal. And Lokmanyu, the biggest cause of concern has been his defense, but this time, look at him go. So he's gotten in Lucio. We've seen, ever since the new Lucio card came up, players have been resorting to him. Quite a tall man, can stretch for the ball. You get that advantage of taking those longer strides. And at this point, we have to see if that lengthy style of play really works out. But for Lokmanyu, like I had said right in the past, that he's one of those players who goes for a rather slower build-up. He keeps on chaining his passes constantly, and kind of relies on the opposition messing up with their players, which is with their defenders towards here. Nice ball roll, just finding a little bit of space with Rudulit to Bellingham, just trying to play it around, but nice charge in coming in from Virgil van Dijk. I think Crusher realized the kind of a play that he wanted to execute, but now look at him just pace through that left wing. Would look for that cutback over there, TT, before he could even find that one. Ashraf Hakimi takes it away.
देखिए पहला ही जो इधर बॉल रोल किया गया था उसी जगह पे उनका कोशिश था एंड वो चाह भी रहे थे कि इधर डिफेंस जो है लाइक हकीमी थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा ओवर अप्रोच कर जाए और जो है अपने पोजीशन से हट जाए, लेकिन लोकमान उसको प्रॉपरली रीड कर पाए थे जिसकी वजह से वो ज़्यादा दूर लेके नहीं गए, प्रॉपरली उनको इधर पीछा करते हुए दिखे। बट इस बार एक बार फिर से अटैक पे क्रशर जो एम्बापे, देखिए एम्बापे को लेके उनका बॉल कंट्रोल तो काफी अच्छा था, लेकिन रुडुलीत एक इंटरसेप्शन के साथ बॉल छीन लेंगे। लोकमैनू उनके ऊपर 2-3 अटैक्स ऑलरेडी आ चुका है और मुंबई सिटी एफसी विन हो, जैसे कि हम एक्सपेक्ट भी कर रहे थे कि क्रशर जो है वो बहुत ही ज़्यादा अटैकिंग गेम खेलने वाले हैं। वो दिखता हुआ वो बार बार अटैक पे आते हुए ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं बिता रहे मिडफील्ड के ऊपर, बॉल उनको मिल रहा है, डायरेक्ट 1-2 पास और उसके बाद अटैकिंग थर्ड पे पहुंचा जा रहा है। हालांकि अभी तक एक शॉट नहीं ले पाए हैं उनके तरफ से, वो पहला शॉट कब आएगा उनके तरफ से वो देखना आप सबसे ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होगा। फिलहाल के लिए जर्जिनियो के पास शायद ये बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट एक चांस था जिसपे उनको गोल करना था, बट वो मिस कर चुके हैं क्योंकि क्रशर इधर चेस नहीं कर पाए थे। एक गलती क्रशर की तरफ से जिसका पूरा चांस इधर लोकमैनू को मिला था, लेकिन वो शॉट ऑन टारगेट नहीं रख पाए। आई थिंक लोकमैनू इस चांस को लेके बाद में जरूर सोचने वाले हैं।
It might come down to haunt him, but so far I think from what we've seen, Lokmanu has been quite phenomenal in terms of how he has been defending against relentless attacks being made by Crusher. So that's there, but Lokmanu needs to find his way through. Did go for a counter attack there, just managed to steal the ball away, took that shot. Had it been green time, the entire situation could have been different right now. The atmosphere in the arena would have been a whole lot intense, especially considering Crusher has managed to beat him in the past. So far I think Crusher has been keeping a lot of possession that is there. Lokmanu always on the back foot trying to defend, and he's been doing that, but this is where it could all change. Had a little bit of a room there, but is it that could have been a bet, but regardless it goes out for a corner.
Yeah, but Lokmanu with the longest shot, but deflection पे बॉल मिला, लोकमैनू स्कोर्ड एंड उसी के साथ 1-0। तो एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर रहे थे ऐसा कोई गोल वो कंसीड करेंगे, बढ़िया किया गया है और केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी को लीड इधर दिला चुके हैं लोकमैनू। सो फिक्सेस यानी कि लोकमैनू आज फुल्ली चार्ज अप हैं।
This is one of those traits where, you know, I'm kind of concerned because has happened in the past, can happen even tonight, because Crusher almost got passed through, but that was such a nice routine. And just when we thought, you know, that initial shot kind of was deflected, the second one went in slow-mo. Crusher could see that goal going in, but was helpless in that scenario. But as things stand, Kerala Blasters FC have gotten that early lead, exactly what Lokmanu wanted, but he needs to press on. He needs to increase the margins, because if he does not, we know Crusher can come back easily. Even after conceding, Crusher was not feeling tension at all, right? It was like, yeah, let him score a goal or two, I'm anyways gonna come back. But that is the kind of confidence that you would need when you are going up against such a big stalwart of this game in the form of Lokmanu.
लोकमैनू देखिए पहला गोल उनको मिल चुका है, पिछले एक और गोल करने का चांस था, हालांकि अगर ये 2 हो जाता देन शायद हम कह सकते थे कि यस केरला ब्लास्टर्स ऐसे एक काफ़ी बेहतरीन पोजीशन पे है, लेकिन क्रशर के खिलाफ एक गोल का फासला, वो फासला नहीं, वो एक ट्रैप है, क्योंकि लोकमैनू को वो समझना होगा कि एक गोल से इधर ज़्यादा कुछ होने वाला नहीं है, तो वो सेकंड के लिए जाएंगे, वो दूसरे के लिए आगे बढ़ रहे थे बट रुडुलीत विद इंटरसेप्शन और क्रशर यही चाहेंगे कि पहला हाफ खत्म होते होते वो इक्वलाइज कर दे बट जो पासिंग है वो ऑन पॉइंट नहीं रहा अभी तक और अगर ये नहीं रहेगा देन जाके लोकमेनू को उनका देखिए लोकमेनू अगर पहले लाइक दूसरा गोल इधर नहीं भी कर पाते हैं फर्स्ट हाफ में फिर भी उनके लिए चल जाएगा बट क्रशर उनको फर्स्ट हाफ के ऊपर एक इक्वलाइजर दागना है अगर आप दाग देते हो देन आपका का पूरा सिनेरियो आपको पता है कि या नेक्स्ट हाफ फिर से सेम पेज पे स्टार्ट करेंगे दोनों सेम जगह पे रहेंगे लेकिन अगर आप 1-0 से पीछे हो देन प्रेशर बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है सेकंड हाफ पे
Oh yeah, I think considering how things are going on right now, Crusher has been trying to be relentless in terms of how he's wanting to get inside the box. He's successfully doing that. But when you look at Lokmanu, he is playing right on his toes, right? Being very watchful of what Crusher is trying to pull off. And this is where I think Crusher needs to resort to some other style of play, right? He needs to maybe try for a German cross, maybe outside the box, go for a Trivela or a finesse, just like something that Bengaluru FC had pulled off in the previous game. Now again, quick chatting going on between the players, and you can still see that smile on Crusher's face, and that is still going to remain up until the point Lokmanu scores a few more. That is when, first time Crusher is going to be tested. Now, Kerala Blasters FC are literally playing on the edge because this was a very risky approach that they went with sending Lokmanu to become the first player going into this matchup. Because if they lose this one, then we know how strong of a unit Mumbai City FC are. But if they win this one, then they get so close because Shubham, he's one of the more reliable players if you talk about in terms of his individual prowess. So let's say if everything goes south for them, if things don't work out in the co-op, then there is Shubham that will be there to save the day for KBFC, and it will be a huge win and a huge upset for Mumbai City FC.
या कोशिश उनका यही था कि शुरू करें पहला गेम जीतने के साथ जो कि अभी भी पॉसिबल तो है बट उसके लिए लोकमान्य को रोकना होगा कि लोकमान्य आज बहुत ही ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंट नज़र आ रहे हैं बेलिंगम टुवर्ड्स रुडुलीत और थोड़े बहुत पासेस ऑब्वियसली हम लोगों को देखने के लिए मिलेंगे बट विद कैप्टेविया टुवर्ड्स रुडुलीत देखिए पोजीशनिंग कितना बेहतरीन मेंटेन किया जाता हुआ अटैक तो बिल्ड हो रहा था लेकिन उसी जगह पे क्रशर एक इंटरसेप्शन दिखाए और जिसके वजह से बॉल मिल चुका है काउंटर पे तीन अटैकर्स एक साथ दौड़ते हुए रोनाल्डो टुवर्ड्स एम्बापे मे भी एक गोल हो सकता है बट नो रोनाल्डो के पैर से बॉल छीना गया कैप्टेविया और लोकमान्य बाल बचे
Just by the whiskers is all I can say, and could really feel Lokmanyu's heartbeat rising up there. He has to be careful. No matter how many attacks he's going on, how many plays he's trying to build up, he cannot be loose on his defenses there. Because if you give chances like that to Crusher, this man is bound to strike. He will punish you. And this has been one of those cases where it has happened not just on one occasion, but on multiple instances where Lokmanyu gets a goal ahead and suddenly the next moment, one little mistake, one defensive error, and he concedes. And from there onwards, it goes spiraling down for him. So he's got to do everything in his arsenal to keep Crusher at bay, for which he's done a phenomenal job in those first 54 minutes. He is a goal ahead, and this is where you kind of feel like Lokmanyu was meant for occasions like this. When it comes down to land, experience matters a lot. But look at Crusher trying to get in through, still has kept the ball with Bellingham, but the defense being so good from Lokmanyu that he does not want to let him take a shot even on goal. I mean, that is how stellar he's kept his centre backs tonight, and that is how they've been performing. What an occasion for Lokmanyu to rise from the ashes.
Lokmanyu finally, like उनके डिफेंस को लेके हम लोग बहुत बात करते थे, बट इस बार एक बार के लिए लगा था शायद इधर मुंबई सिटी एफसी बॉल लेके निकल जाएंगे, लेकिन नहीं हुआ. बट लोकमान्य की अगर बात करें तो उनका सेंटर बैक्स अभी बहुत शानदार तरीके से वो कंट्रोल कर पा रहे हैं. स्ट्रक्चर इधर टूटने नहीं दे रहे. बार बार हर एक जगह से कोशिश कर चुके हैं क्रशर. वो चाहे विंग हो या फिर वो सेंट्रल पोजीशन, कोई भी जगह से अभी तक भेद नहीं पाए हैं लुकमान्यू के सेंटर बैक्स को। बट क्रशर वी नो वो मैजिशियन है, वो गोल मशीन है। कब वो गोल करना चालू कर देंगे किसी को भी नहीं पता रहता। तो एक और गोल करके लुकमान्यू ये कोशिश करेंगे कि एटलीस्ट वो 2 गोल का फासला बना ले।
You know, Lokmanu is playing one of the best defensive FIFAs of his life tonight. You know, no caps at that. When you're going against such a strong opponent like Crusher, when you're reading every single one of his moves, but this is where Crusher has got that one chance. He needs to strike when the iron is hot, but no way. Lokmanu, you know, seeing him back in form kind of fills my heart with joy. Not even a single error has been made forth by Lokmanu, and he's playing so well tonight. But the big question is, how long can he keep Crusher off? Because at a point, Crusher is starting to get relentless. You can see, you know, the kind of frequency of attacks going on improving. At this point, you know, all Lokmanu needs to do is go on and score a goal. And if he can delay this cute pause by Mumbai City FC, that is going to further help him in his endeavors, because then he can just go 5-4-1, go ultra defensive, try and you know, keep Crusher at bay, not give him a lot of ball, which I think Lokmanu is doing right now. He's just playing with his minds at this point with Jude Bellingham. 1-9 with Jairzinho. Still, this is typical signature Lokmanu with Ronaldinho. Goes for a step over, takes a shot, but Van der Sar narrowly just gets his fingers in the way. And out it goes for another corner. We've seen in the past Lokmanu managed to score out of a corner. Can he do that again?
हो सकता है। देखिए इधर चांसेस तो काफ़ी है, बट उसी जगह पे अगर देखा जाए, एकदम सही कहा आपने कि क्रशर एक बहुत देर से वो पॉज़ क्यों करके रखे थे, डिले किया जा रहा था, डिले किया जा रहा था। तो जो भी चेंजेस अभी आने वाले हैं, वो चेंजेस कहीं न कहीं सिर्फ़ उनको यूज़ करने का मौका मिलेगा आखिरी आखिरी 12 मिनट के लिए, एंड आई थिंक कि वो शायद काफ़ी नहीं भी हो सकता है। बट हाँ, हम जानते हैं फीफा के अंदर आपके 2-3 4 मिनट जो है वो काफ़ी होता है 2 गोल स्कोर करने के लिए। बट वो एक ऐसे लोकमेनो के खिलाफ जो इन फॉर्म है, आई डोंट थिंक सो कि वो 4 मिनट के अंदर 2 गोल स्कोर करेंगे। तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा सोच समझ के खेलना होगा। बट लोकमेनो उनके डिफेंस का जो भी प्रॉब्लम था इसके पहले, जितने भी प्रॉब्लम्स वो फेस कर रहे थे, वो सारा का सारा फिलहाल के लिए सॉल्व हो चुका है और उसका प्रॉपर आउटकम इधर नज़र आता हुआ।
Yes, and you know, this is Lokmanu that the KBFC fans were longing for, and this is an amazing evening going on for them so far. All Lokmanu needs to do is hold on for the next 14 minutes. But Crusher, finally you can see that tension rising on his face. And you know, very light-hearted person, very chirpy, very cheery. But now he's feeling the heat. And look at Lokmanu, every single pass, finding some purpose, getting ever so close. Oh, I thought for a moment he might go for an elastic or beat through the defense, but this is where he might be vulnerable to a counter-attack. But no, Crusher is taking his own sweet time. This time switched the player round through that right wing. He's gotten Hakimi on that overlap, but Lokmanu has gotten enough time to get his defense back in order. And now he starts building up yet another attack. Found some nice room over there with Theo Hernandez. And there's a little bit of a follow-up with Ronaldinho, but needs to buy some time. And that he has done.
हाँ, आखिरी 7 मिनट, बट बॉल कंट्रोल लोकमेनो के पास। छीनेंगे इधर क्रशर अगर जाते-जाते एक भी गोल स्कोर कर देते हैं, देन ये गेम जो है वो हम लोगों को एक्स्ट्रा टाइम पे जाता हुआ देखने के लिए मिलेगा। लेकिन लोकमेनो आज पूरा रेडी, नॉट ओनली विद सेंटर बैक्स, उनके सेंटर मिडफील्ड्स भी बहुत ज़्यादा चौकन्ने हैं। उनको पता है कि बॉल अपने पास ही रखना है और उसका ही पूरा ध्यान रख रहे हैं। देखिए बॉल नहीं छोड़ेंगे, एक गोल का फासला है, उसको ही पकड़ के रखेंगे। बाकी एक गलत ये, ओह माय गॉड, किसी भी हो टुवर्ड्स आखिरी चांस हो सकता है क्रशर के लिए, पर क्रशर,
Oh my God. TT, The hogging still continues for Lokmanu, and now there's so much room. He can go for a build-up play. He can pass that towards R9, but in fact finds another one there, but it's offside. But feels like the job is done and dusted. Lokmanu does the unthinkable. He beats Crusher in a 1v1. I mean, when it comes down, yeah, in those last final five minutes, you could see him. He was keeping as much possession. Well, the FIFA community does not like it. They term it as hogging. But hey, when the stakes are higher than ever, I mean, I do that for the 40th minute if I'm a goal up. But huge props to how Lokmanu has played. And this is where I think Kerala Blasters FC, the biggest hurdle they've crossed. Now the second one awaits. Now this is going to be even tougher because this is a co-op match. Now taking a look at what lies in front of them. Well, to be honest, Kerala Blasters FC, this is one of those matches. If they win this co-op, this ends here and now. Mumbai City FC might have been one of the best teams in the league stages, but tonight could be the day where they fall. Or we could see a similar storyline of what happened with Hyderabad FC and Bengaluru FC. Mumbai City FC could come back in the co-op, and then it could rest on Saki's shoulders to get his revenge and get Mumbai City FC that semi-final slot secured.
Wow, क्या गेम था, स्पेशली लोकमनु, लाइक उनका अगर फॉर्म की बात करें तो शुरुआत या आईएसएल सीजन 2 शुरुआत हुआ था बैक टू बैक लॉसेस के साथ, बट जब सबसे ज्यादा जरूरत है लाइक था उनके क्लब को, उनके वो इन फॉर्म आते हुए दिखे। और नॉट ओनली दैट, वो नॉकआउट मैच 2 पे आके अपने क्लब को बढ़त दिला चुके, वो भी किसके खिलाफ, क्रशर के खिलाफ, जिनको लोग लाइक ये रोकने में लाइक उनके लिए पसीना पसीना हो जाते हैं, सिनेरियोस बहुत साउथ चले जाते हैं। वो इधर 0 गोल पे रोके हैं और 1-0 से जीत के गए हैं। सो लोकमैनु, जैसे कि आपने कहा कि सबसे बड़ा जो हर्डल था वो अभी पार कर चुके हैं, बट इस बार कोऑप की बारी, बट जिस कॉन्फिडेंस के साथ इधर केरला ब्लास्टर्स आए हैं, मुझे लग रहा है कि कोऑप के अंदर भी शायद हम लोगों को कोई सरप्राइज मिलता हुआ दिख जाए, क्योंकि मुंबई सिटी एफसी शुरुआती 10 मिनट 15 मिनट जो है उनको थोड़ा टाइम लगता है लाइक स्टेबिलिटी लेके आने में अपने कोऑप गेम के ऊपर, तो वो टाइम पीरियड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगा।
You know what I felt in that first game? Crusher, you can't rule him out, right? He was such a good attacker of the ball. The only problem that I felt that Crusher was feeling was whenever he was going to go for those through passes, I think Lokmanu was reading him like an open book, right? Every single time he went for a play like that. And I felt like there was a little lack of creativity where Crusher maybe should have forced out a few more other shots, like a few long shots, could have tried a cutback routine, could have gone maybe for that German cross. We've seen these players going up for that. Even step overs go very well in the meta. But Lokmanu, his defense was rock solid. He wasn't budging even for a single second. I could not feel there was an instance where you could say, oh, there's that little loophole. That is their little crack that you can exploit. That was not happening. Crusher was trying back and forth, but no. Lokmanu had that, grit and that attitude that I am not letting you pass. Sit down, Crusher, is what Lokmanu was saying every single time. And those chances being created, I think Lokmanu was pretty impressive in that, because to be honest, I really loved how he was going for those slow build-ups. He was trying to play around till the moment after that first goal was scored. Crusher was still pretty calm, pretty chill. He knew that yeah, I'm gonna come back into this game. Till that 70th minute when he started sweating, right? That is where he realized, no, this is a different Lokmanu. This is not the same Lokmanu I had faced on the 11th of March. This Lokmanu is manifesting that land power, and he is showing that to the world. So far, Kerala Blasters FC just one step closer to securing their spot in the semi-finals. You talk about a Cinderella story. They are living that from the cusps of almost getting eliminated to see the day of a playoff. They somehow managed to dig their way through in. But how far can they go from here? That's the big question. And next is going to be a co-op match where Shubham gets to show his skills along with Saki, who's going to be teaming up with Crusher.
देखिए, जो शुरुआत था वो किसी ने एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था। जो शुरुआत हुआ है अभी, तो कहने के मैं तो अभी प्रेडिक्शंस देना बंद कर रहा हूँ इस मैचअप के लिए एटलीस्ट, क्योंकि इस बार कुछ भी हो सकता है। और इस बार केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी वो चाहेंगे कि वो इधर मैच को सील करके जाए, क्योंकि सैकी लाइक वी नो कि क्रशर बहुत अच्छे प्लेयर है, बट सैकी को भी आप हल्के में नहीं ले सकते, क्योंकि सैकी वो प्लेयर है जो सीजे के खिलाफ जाके लाइक वो एंड ऑफ ड्रॉ करने वाले थे उस जगह पे, लाइक वो सीजे को डाउन कर चुके, बट ऑन द रन वो खेलने जा रहे हैं शुभम के खिलाफ जो कि सीजे को हरा दिए थे। तो कहने की बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग आज का ये पूरा मैचअप रहने वाला है, बट सबसे ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग तो रहेगा ये कोऑप। अगर ये कोऑप मुंबई के पास आता है देन चीजें और भी ज्यादा बेहतरीन और नील बाइटिंग होता हुआ दिखेगा।
Yeah, I think Mumbai. We have discussed this before also, that they've been one of the strongest co-op units. In my opinion, the third strongest club in the eISL when it comes down to co-op. Because I think this is something that even Duggal did address to, and he said that these are two players, and you could see still the positive atmosphere is there in the Mumbai City FC's in their boxes, right? They kind of are constantly just motivating each other, constantly smiling and maintaining that yes, despite that we're under pressure, but we still got this. Do not worry, we're just gonna go all out. We're gonna do something like what Bengaluru FC had just showcased us in those previous moments in the previous matchup, in fact, and we're gonna turn the tables around, which is very much possible. But for Kerala Blasters FC, I think it is their momentum that's driving them so far. It's their hunger, because look at both these players, right? Shubham and Lokmanu. Initially, when you look at them prima facie, they're quite expressive. I'm kind of really sad we could not get them on the pre-match interview, because they love to talk. That's there. Quite vocal about the expressions, their feelings, and you could see even Lokmanu after scoring that first goal, he was he was steady. He maintained that steely demeanor. He was like, no, I'm not gonna let go of any goals. It's still out. It could be anybody's game. But the moment he won that match, you could see him thumping his fist. You could see him embracing that victory, because not a lot of players have gone on to live that day where they can say that they've gone on to best out a player like Crusher. Now, when it comes down, let's say the situation boils down that Mumbai City FC wins the co-op match. Then we're looking at Saki playing against Shubham. Now, Shubham, he's one of the toughest nuts to crack, and especially even when you take a look at the previous eISL season 1, it took 11 games for somebody to come out and defeat Shubham. I think it was Adi Zima that managed to achieve that feat, but he's very tough to play against, and this is where Saki will be feeling that heat. And Saki is one of those players we have seen time and again. TT, he tends to concede the first goal. He tends to be a little lousy in the first half, but suddenly in the second half he evolves into a whole different force to be reckoned with.
या देखिए, आज मुझे लगता है कि लाइन पे आके कहने के जो उनकी गेम स्टाइल्स है वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज होते हुए दिखे, स्पेशली फ्रॉम अगर हम लोग बात करें लाइक लोकमेन्यू की, तो लोकमेन्यू देखिए लाइक वो, हाँ हम जानते हैं कि एकदम डिफेंस के पहले वो बहुत ज़्यादा पासेस खिलाते हैं, लेकिन लोकमेन्यू आज जो चेंज उनके तरफ से आया है वो है लॉन्ग शॉट्स, लाइक क्रिएटिविटी। वो जो गोल भी आया था वो लॉन्ग शॉट के डिफ्लेक्शन की वजह से ही आया था। अगर आप क्लोज जाके वैसे शॉट मारते हो देन गोलकीपर या तो गोल कंसीड कर लेते या फिर वो बॉल चला जाता है बैकलाइन के बाहर। लेकिन अगर आप लॉन्ग शॉट्स लेते हो तब कहने के चांस रहता है कि डिफ्लेक्शन पे आपके पास आ जाए, और वो ऐसे जगह पे आया जिस जगह पे इधर रोनाल्डो ऑलरेडी खड़े थे और उधर से लाइक फिनिश हुआ। स्लो मोशन में जरूर गया वो, और वो स्लोली वो होता है ना कि किसी का स्लो मोशन में दिल टूट जाता है और किसी का दिल भर जाता है, तो लोकमेन्यू का दिल भर गया था और टूट गया था इधर क्रशर का।
Yeah, I mean, we could see both the instances. I mean, that goal went in slow mo, like Crusher, like, shoot, I conceded. So that did happen, but despite that, there were still few more occasions where Lokmanu also got a little bit more threatening. There was that one instance with Jairzinho, if you remember. That was not green timed. I think that is one of those reasons that it could not find the right angle. But regardless, we're off to our co-op matchup. I think both these players are ready right now. You could see how much it means for Kerala Blasters FC, the only club that is still keeping their dreams alive. I mean, I do not know how they've pulled this one off this time, but yes, they are living the fairy tale. But somebody that could turn it into an absolute nightmare, a horror story, would be these two lads on our left. Still, you could see that positivity around the arena, right? Both of them like,
Hmm.
having those banters, enjoying themselves. I think that is esports what is all about, fundamentally. You might be brothers outside the game, you get competitive inside the game, there are a few slurs, there are moments when things really get heated up, and all those players playing in season 1, they know exactly what I'm trying to say. This time we had a little bit of an online league stage, so we did not see that much of drama, but trust me, last time when all these players played 4 months around in the LAN, we could see everything and anything really happening. But yes, now the kickoff is already there. Mumbai City FC in their blue kits from left to right. Then we've got Kerala Blasters FC from right to left in their black. And let's see who scores the first one, who scores that opener in this matchup.
लेट्स सी कौन करते हैं वो पहला गोल। जरूरी है मुंबई सिटी एफसी कि वो इधर पहला गोल दागे, लेकिन केरला ब्लास्टर्स से अगर दागेंगे देन कहीं ना कहीं ये कुछ अलग ही हो जाएगा। ये केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी लीग स्टेज में वो जहां क्वालिफाई करने के लिए इतना ज्यादा प्रेशर आ गया था उनके ऊपर, उसी जगह से वो अभी लीड पे हैं। और देखिए इन्हें के पहले गोल के लिए भी आगे बढ़ते हुए काफी अच्छा बिल्डअप था, डिफेंस बेहतरीन देखने के लिए मिला मुंबई सिटी एफसी की तरफ से। नाल्डे टू बेलिंगम और धीरे धीरे करके ट्रांजिशन पे जा चुके हैं मुंबई सिटी एफसी। काउंटर तो नहीं कह सकते क्योंकि ऑलरेडी स्ट्रक्चर बन चुका है डिफेंस का, बट बेहतरीन डिफेंस विद वैन डाइक। और आज केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी ये नेक्स्ट शो करके आए हैं कि उनके डिफेंस को भी गलतियां वो इतने दिन तक किए हैं, वो कोई भी गलती आज नहीं करने वाली।
Yeah, and it's so difficult to play defensively, especially in a co-op matchup, right? Because even if one of the players is out of position, if you haven't got your man marker up, then you're done for the day, right? You would instantly concede a goal. But again, Mumbai City FC looking quite threatening with their attack. Nice driven pass over towards Bellingham, and he will take a shot, and Mumbai City FC strike back, instantly score that opening goal, and this is where they start getting really threatening.
Oh, what a goal! जो ड्रिबलिंग इधर देखने के लिए मिला, जबरदस्त था, लाजवाब था। और इसी वजह से हम कहते हैं मुंबई सिटी एफसी ये कभी भी कुछ भी कर सकते हैं, एंड स्पेशली इन कोऑप ये बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग है विद बेलिंगम। पहला गोल आ चुका है मुंबई सिटी एफसी के पास। केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी हाँ 1-0 का ही डिफरेंस है, बट ये 1-0 के डिफरेंस के साथ ही पिछला गेम केरला ब्लास्टर्स लेके गए थे, बट क्या वो इस बार इक्वलाइजर दाग पाए? बट नहीं, उसके पहले लाइक बिल्डअप पे एक ऑफ साइड होता हुआ।
Oh yeah, I think this is exactly what Mumbai City FC were hoping for, and this is where in co-op games, like I said, one little defensive mishap and voila, you suddenly are a goal down, and that has been the case with Kerala Blasters FC, because Mumbai City FC, they're not going to bow down just like that, right? They're ought to make that comeback. They are going to make it a thriller into the third game, and they're going to do whatever it takes to go on and win. But for now, Kerala Blasters FC have broken loose with Kylian Mbappe. It's very difficult for the defenders to keep up. But now, let's see what can they produce with Jairzinho. Oh my God, the chance getting squandered. This is as close Kerala Blasters FC could have gotten, but yeah, missed it.
देखिए ऐसे चांसेस जो है वो आप मिस नहीं कर सकते। अगर ऐसे चांसेस आपकी तरफ से मिस होगा देन जाके प्रॉब्लम्स कहने की क्रिएट हो सकते हैं। बट एज़ ऑफ नाउ मुंबई सिटी एफसी 1-0 के लीड के साथ खुश तो बहुत है। लेकिन केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी वो कॉन्स्टेंटली अटैक करते जा रहे हैं बट एक बार फिर से ऑफसाइड ट्रैप पे तो ध्यान रखना होगा। लाइक ये शायद दूसरा ऑफसाइड था शुरुआती 20 मिनट के अंदर। तो इतने सारे ऑफसाइड अगर होंगे मुश्किल होगा बट एक बहुत ज़्यादा क्रूशियल पोजीशन पे बॉल छीना गया है टुवर्ड्स एम्बापे लेकिन नहीं हेडर आने से पहले इधर वर्जिल वैन डाइक भी थे और जिसके वजह से इधर वो प्रॉपर हिट नहीं ले पाए।
Yeah, and at this point, right, Titi, you could see the co-op unit of Mumbai City FC looking a slight, look, it's kind of a slight, better synchronization between the players. But now with R9, there you go, a little bit of a step over coming in fact a heel to heel, but still defended pretty well. And Mumbai City FC, let's see what are they up to. And now we have to build up for Mumbai City FC from that left hand side with R9. Let's see a nice driven pass towards Kylian Mbappe. Puts it down to Bellingham, finds that room with Mbappe, will take that second shot and they scored. And this is where I say that Mumbai City FC excel as a co-op unit together. Look at how well gelled up these two players are.
लाजवाब दूसरा गोल 2 गोल का फासला। केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी उनको अगर इधर से इक्वलाइज करना है तो 2 गोल दागना होगा पहले देन जाके अगर विनर दाग देते हैं देन तो फुल लाइक अपना पोजीशन बना ही लेंगे सेमीफाइनल के लिए। लेकिन मुंबई सिटी एफसी पहले गेम पे जो पिछड़ गए थे एक गोल से उसका पूरा कमबैक इधर कर चुके हैं। बेलिंगम थर्ड हो सकता है थर्ड हो
Wow!
सकता है बेलिंगम। ओह माय गॉड क्या ड्रिबलिंग इधर दिखा रही है।
Yeah, I think this is the point where Mumbai City FC are completely starting to feel themselves. It's kind of a repeat broadcast of what happened in the previous matchup, right? Mumbai City FC are taking control over this game unless and until Kerala Blasters FC at least score one goal for the end of the first half, right? And you could see, the coordination is still not on point, and it's very difficult to achieve, especially with Crusher and Saki. They've played with each other. They are well in tune. They're completely oiled. They know what to do, how to create those spaces. The runs up almost perfect. So it's so difficult for Kerala Blasters FC to kind of try and win against them. And very few clubs have managed to do so far. But this time with Ronaldinho, I kind of saw that coming in. An offside. And this is where I think Kerala Blasters FC, it's not the first time we're seeing offsides. It's like literally the third or the fourth time you could see that they're trying to trigger the run, but it's a little too early. And still, the boys pretty happy, pretty chirpy about how they've played. And I think this game looks to be Mumbai City FC's unless and until Kerala Blasters FC open the Pandora's box.
देखिए मुंबई सिटी एफसी एज ऑफ नाउ जिस तरीके से परफॉर्मेंस उनके तरफ से आया है इस टॉप गेम के अंदर उनको देख के लग रहा है लाइक पिछले गेम पे भी लाइक क्रशर जब गोल कंसीड किए थे उस टाइम पे क्रशर बहुत चिल्ड थे बट हाँ वो एक्सपेक्ट नहीं की थी कि वो हार जाएंगे लेकिन वो चिल्ड थे लाइक वो उतना ज़्यादा टेंशन में नहीं थे तो उसी जगह पे इधर कोऑप पे शायद सब कुछ उनके प्लानिंग पे ही चल रहा है एंड ऑब्वियसली वो तो दिख भी रहा है 2-0 का लीड इधर ऑलरेडी उनके पास है बट केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी अगर ये गेम वो हार जाते हैं देन सारा का सारा प्रेशर यानी कि सेकेंड शुभम के ऊपर आएगा। शुभम जानते हैं वो प्रेशर में काफ़ी बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंसेस देके गए हैं एंड सेम विथ सैकी एज वेल लाइक वो भी यानी कि बहुत बड़े बड़े मैचेस में जो है वो अपना काम करके दिखाए हैं निभा के दिखाए हैं बट हाँ उसी के साथ इधर सेकेंड हाफ शुरू हो गया था और सेकेंड हाफ के शुरू होते ही इधर कहने की केरला ब्लास्टर्स एफसी एक बहुत ही जबरदस्त तरीके से अटैक में जाने की कोशिश और हकीम इस बार के लिए रहेंगे सेवियर।
I think this is where Kerala Blasters FC really need to figure out different courses of attack because now again Mumbai City FC they've got so much room with Ronaldinho just playing through KBFC's defense but thankfully this time they were alert and quite vigilant, did not let that through. But they have to hit one, right? They have to score. They just cannot let Mumbai City FC steamroll over them. Because the way MCFC are playing right now, I could see a couple of more goals in the making. Again, nice ball roll scoop over there with R9. But now the ball again getting lost away and should launch a counter attack, but do not have enough men to pass on. Could not even go for the driven lob through. But right now with Ronaldinho, I think they are on the verge of building up a good play. Need to keep the ball a little bit around the midfield, let their players trigger. I think what they wanted to go for was a German cross. I could see one of those central midfielders going ahead, but the timing again could not sync up. And now with Ronaldinho, with R9, a step over, still receives it. But now the defense of MCFC has been so tight. And that is into a safe.
वाह हैगा बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा क्लोज पहुंच चुके थे अपने पहले गोल की तरफ, बट वो उनको मिला नहीं। तो अभी भी स्कोर लाइन सेम रहेगा 2-0। मुंबई सिटी एफसी राइट हैंड साइड से टुवर्ड्स हकीमी, एक बार फिर से तीसरे गोल के बिल्डअप पे बेलिंगम टुवर्ड्स वर्जिल वैन डाइक। और देखिए बीच में कुछ टाइम के लिए लगा केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी, लेकिन उनका पूरा स्ट्रक्चर बन गया था, लो ब्लॉक पे चले गए थे, तो उसको खोलने के लिए डिफेंस को थोड़ा जो है वो दूर दूर पहुंचाने के लिए वो एक बैक पास था, जिसकी वजह से स्ट्रक्चर चेंज हुआ और एक बार फिर से कोशिश किया जा रहा है। और इधर जो सोच रहे थे वो हो नहीं पाया, बॉल पहुंच चुका है केरला ब्लास्टर के पास, बट शुभम एंड लोकमान्यु उनको ये मेक श्योर करना है कि वो गलत पास ना करे इधर।
Yeah, and this is a nice run from that weak wing. Went for a cross, and that is a rocket going through with R9. There is no world where he will miss a shot like that. And Kerala Blasters FC, they have come back into this game. Now just one more goal remaining. If they can score this, we are tied up in this co-op matchup. And then it goes down to the wire. Now, Lokmanyu and Shubham, this is more of what we want to see from Kerala Blasters FC. This time, they had this little conversation going. They knew exactly where to place the players. And wow, what a header. Surely could be one of the goals of the night. But yeah, the task is still too long the night as they wander into one more goal separating these two clubs. Mumbai City FC, can they score one more and put Kerala Blasters FC to sleep in the co-op matchup and then go on to win the third? Or is it going to be Kerala Blasters FC? Still a lot more time remaining. Anything could possibly happen.
भी हो सकता है, एक ही गोल का जब फासला रह जाता है तब कोई भी तरफ से आउटकम निकल के आ सकता है। ऑलिंग लैंड को इधर लेके आया गया है, पर देखिए रोनाल्डो के साथ भेद रहे थे डिफेंस को, क्या ये गोल आ पाएगा? बहुत देर से ये बिल्डअप चल रहा है, मे भी एक गोल हो सकता है, बट नो विथ रोनाल्डो ज्यादा बॉल ड्राइव कर गए, जिसकी वजह से वो टाइम मिला मुंबई सिटी एफसी को, लेकिन एक गलत पास, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पोजीशन में इधर बॉल छीन लिया जा चुका है। एंड केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी वो उनके काउंटर पे बहुत बहुत ज्यादा लकी रहे, और मैं तो कहूँगा चौकन्ने थे, जिसकी वजह से बॉल छीन पाए। लेकिन क्या मुंबई इधर से एक और गोल स्कोर करके जो कमबैक का थोड़ा मौका बनता हुआ दिख रहा था उसको भी बंद कर देंगे? क्या लगता है फिक्सचर्स?
Well, I mean, at this point, right, from the past 20 minutes, I see Kerala Blasters FC getting a little bit more threatening. They've been creating a lot of chances. But Mumbai City FC, a few defensive errors. And, where situations are as such as Kerala Blasters FC need to capitalize, they have not been able to do so. Of course, they scored that one goal, but they need to score one more. And when you're going for passes like this, you have to make sure that the other player receives it as well. Because at this point, Mumbai City FC, they're going to do the same thing that Lokman did against Russia, right? At a point after that 85th minute, they could also decide to just start hogging on the ball, just frustrating them down to wits. And this is how, tormentors sometimes FIFA can be, right? And now trying to create a play from that left-hand side. Let's see what can they accomplish out of this attack with Theo Hernandez. They would hold it. But Hernandez Martinez from KBFC comes out through. But again, that battle in the midfield is waging between these two clubs. But every single passing second, goes on to say that the horns for Mumbai City FC are glaring at us. And now Mumbai City FC with Kylian Mbappe, but with R9. There you go, the lullaby being sung, and KBFC put to sleep finally in the co-op match. And now the moods have again been lifted for these lads because they know this is in the bag.
फाइनली मुंबई सीडीएफसी उनको अभी पता चल चुका है कि यस ये गेम वो ही जीतने वाले हैं और ये पूरा मैचअप जो है वो तीसरे गेम पे जाएगा जिधर शुभम एंड सैकी दोनों एक दूसरे के खिलाफ भिड़ने वाले हैं। शुभम तो इसके पहले बहुत बेहतरीन कुछ कारनामे करके रखे हैं, सेम सैकी एज वेल, बट अभी तक के सफर में शुभम का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन रहा है उनके क्लब के लिए वो बेशुमार रहा है, तो कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत बहुत ज्यादा रहेगा शुभम का एंड वो चाहेंगे। बट देखिए ये कुछ इस तरीके से वो गोल था एंड उसी के साथ कहीं ना कहीं दोनों क्लब के बीच में जो डिफरेंस है वो एकदम ठोस होके बन गया।
Yeah, and this is it, right? The scores get settled in the final game. Now every burden lies on those two shoulders. Shubham, Tam and Saki. Whoever wins that final match gets to go on and face Northeast United FC. I mean, just the mere thoughts of it puts chills down my spine. But right now, for what it stands, just that final 1 minute to go into this game as Mumbai City FC just close to glory. And right now, as things are, Kerala Blasters FC, you could see them making those unwanted mistakes. Now a free kick from a really promising position. Now, ideally, these professional players, they're kind of used to taking shots like that. And yeah, they pretty much know that Rudhulit, he's going to take his chances. But with that, this is a victory sealed in, as now Saki, he's got to do it. He has got to do it for his club. The same can be said for Shubham. And I think, these two players are meant for moments like this. Both of them can equally handle pressure. It's 50-50 in my honest opinion.
देखिए दोनों के ही पास चांस है कि लाइक 50-50 जाए, बट एक चीज तो देखना होगा, लाइक जो फैंस है केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी के या फिर मुंबई सिटी एफसी के, दोनों ही अभी बहुत ज्यादा टेंशन में होंगे। एंड नॉट ओनली टेंशन, मुझे लगता है कि उनके अंदर अलग से इमोशन भी आ रहा होगा। देखिए जब आप प्लेऑफ्स पे हो और अगर आप गेम हार जाते हो इधर से लाइक टूर्नामेंट के बाहर आ सकते हो, तो उस टाइम पे सिनेरियोस बहुत ज़्यादा चेंज हो जाते हैं। लोकमान्य अपना काम करके गए, कोऑप पे मुंबई सिटी एफसी दोनों मिलके जिस तरीके का आउटकम था वो काफ़ी बेहतरीन तरीके से करते हुए देखने के लिए मिले। बट अभी सब कुछ आ चुका है वो आखिरी एक गेम के ऊपर, जिधर शुभम एंड सैकी दोनों ही अपने क्लब को अपने कंधे में लेके जाएंगे, क्योंकि रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज तो है और आखिरी गेम है दोनों क्लब में से कोई एक क्लब का। ये पूरी eISL सीजन 2 के अंदर आखिरी गेम होगा, बट हाँ अभी तक का एक्शन काफी बेहतरीन रहा है।
Yeah, so far the storyline is quite similar to what happened in the previous fixture. It was Hyderabad FC that started off with a win there, and the same was with Kerala Blasters FC. Lokmanyu got a win against Crusher, a huge upset for Crusher, but then Mumbai City FC kind of got their minds back into the place, and a 3-1 victory in the co-op match. And it goes down, it all boils down to game number 3, folks. It is Saki taking on Shubham Tam. And at this point, I would be kind of hoping that I wish we got to see, I wish we got to hear what these players are talking to each other, right? What's the conversation around? Are they having some banters, a few exchanges? We would love to hear that. But of course, in the interview, we'll get a slight idea on what was going through. But so far, I think it did not feel really competitive at a point in the co-op match, because Mumbai City FC, I felt they were miles ahead in terms of how well gelled up, how well they were playing in sync with each other. Both knew what to do and what needed to be done in order to score those goals, and they did that. Beautiful chain of passes, nice through balls. One thing that Crusher was struggling a lot to find those openings. This time, as a unit, I think Mumbai City FC just bested out KBFC.
पर देखिए मुंबई सिटी एफसी एंड केरल ब्लास्टर्स एफसी लाइक दोनों की ही अगर बात किया जाए, मुंबई सिटी एफसी वी नो लाइक वो एक बहुत लाइक वन ऑफ द बेस्ट क्लब्स है इस पूरे ईएसएल सीजन 2 के अंदर। बट कभी कभार हम लोग देखे हैं कि बहुत सारे गेम्स जो है वो उनके हाथ पे आने के बावजूद वो निकल चुका है, लाइक हुआ है, वो ज्यादातर नहीं हुआ बट कुछ कुछ टाइम होता हुआ दिखा है। ऑन द अदर हैंड शिवम की अगर बात किया जाए, शिवम अपने इंपॉर्टेंट गेम लाइक इंपॉर्टेंट जितने भी गेम है उस पर वो परफॉर्म करते हुए दिखे। और अगर लोकमेन्यू के पहले कोई क्लब को थोड़ा भी लाइक विन दे रहा था, वो यही प्लेयर थे, शुभम थे। तो शुभम एक बहुत अच्छे फॉर्म में चल के आ ही रहे थे, उनका कंसिस्टेंसी भी हम लोगों को देखने के लिए मिला था, तो वही कंसिस्टेंसी आज एक बार फिर से दिखाना है। बट ऑन द अदर हैंड सैकी उनके गेम के पेस के ऊपर बहुत कुछ डिपेंड करने वाला है।
Yeah, I think, if the voice in my head could hear me, I would love to see Shubham's stats. How does he fare off? How has he fared off against Saki? I want to see how many goals have both these players scored. How many matches have they won? Because this one is going to be a close one. Because when we saw those individual stats of Crusher and Lokmanu come up, you could see that stacks were or the odds were favoring Crusher, but still Lokmanu managed to win. But when it comes down to Saki facing off the Pit Viper over here, it is going to be tough, and Saki knows that. And they've played against each other, and they're in such close cahoots with each other, and are also good friends. Do enjoy those banters because, of course, both of them are competitive players at the highest level. And now, as things start, when you talk about both their styles of play, we see that Shubham, he's got a lot going on in his arsenal, right? He's kind of one of those players who could do those skill moves, who could really go for those cutbacks, who could go for those step overs into scoring, who could go for those German crosses. He has displayed that all. But Saki, he's one of those players who you might think that you can take him for granted for a moment, where you can feel like, oh yeah, I just scored one goal against him. But then come at the second half, suddenly there's a change in Saki that you get to witness. He comes back, steam rolling through, and I think there's a huge part that Crusher plays in this, because even when Dugal did come up on that chat with us, he said like Mumbai City FC are such a unit, they constantly keep that communication game on. You won't see them ever under pressure, ever under tension, and today is where I kind of tend to believe what Adizima, in fact what Dugal used to say was 100% correct, right? The atmosphere, despite them being one game down, they did not flinch at all, as if like they were kind of prepared for this. Whatever may come our path, we are ready to tackle it together, not as an individual unit. So this is where I feel that Mumbai City FC are having that extra little edge. But when it comes down to the decided game, it comes down to how you perform inside of the game. Lokmanu played a flawless FIFA against Crusher. Shubham has to replicate something like that. And similarly for Saki, well, he has got to do it when it matters the most.
बिल्कुल। और अभी वो मोमेंट आ चुका है जब कहने के हम लोग को पता चलेगा कि कौन सा क्लब इधर कंटिन्यू करेंगे ईआईएसएल सीजन 2 के जर्नी को, और कौन सा क्लब आज ही हो जाएंगे ईआईएसएल सीजन 2 के बाहर। एंड देन इसके बाद से शुरू हो जाएगा हमारे सेमीफाइनल्स। सो बहुत कुछ गाइस, एक्शंस की आज कोई भी कमी नहीं है। सो जितने भी ऑडियंस हमारे साथ ऑलरेडी जुड़ चुके हैं, आप लोगों को मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा कि आप रेडी हो जाइए विद स्नैक्स एंड ऑल। एंड अगर आप ऑलरेडी स्नैक्स लेके रेडी हो तो अपने दोस्तों को भी लेके आ जाइए। बात करते हो चुका है शुरू आखिरी गेम, डिसाइडर वन। इस पे डिसाइड होगा मुंबई सिटी एफसी या केरल ब्लास्टर्स एफसी, कौन होने वाले हैं वो सेमीफाइनल का आखिरी टीम।
This is where scores are going to get settled, right? Mumbai City FC have done this in the past, but Kerala Blasters FC, they're on a path to redeem themselves, have won the hearts of their fans at least. But when it comes down to eISL, to become the ultimate champion, you have to cross across every hurdle. And now look at Saki. That is such a well-crafted goal. You could see how he turned with Kylian Mbappe as Shubham was stunned. He did not know how to respond to such a style of play, as if, Saki has practiced this 1,000 times. Made this goal look so easy, TT.
जी हाँ, इसके पहले भी सैकी ऐसे गोल्स बहुत सारे दागे हैं और वो एक बार फिर से इधर दागते हुए दिखे। शुरुआती 5 मिनट के अंदर पहला गोल इधर दाग भी चुके हैं और लीड दिला चुके अपने क्लब को, जिधर केरला ब्लास्टर ऐसे ही प्रेशर में आ जाएंगे, बट शिवम उनको रोकना बहुत टफ है। पार्टीज बाहर इधर मिलिटाओ सही टाइम में थे, जिसके वजह से बॉल इधर बच गया, नहीं तो अगर पास पहुंच गया होता टुवर्ड्स रोनाल्डो देन इक्वलाइजर भी आ चुका होता। लेकिन देखिए गेम बहुत ज़्यादा इंटेंट होगा, ये तो थोड़ा बहुत एक्सपेक्ट हम लोगों ने किया ही था, क्योंकि शिवम एंड सैकी जा रहे हैं एक दूसरे के खिलाफ और दोनों का ही जो गेम का पेस है, गेम स्टाइल है, वो बहुत ज़्यादा फास्ट है और वो दोनों ही अटैकिंग है बहुत ज़्यादा। और देखिए सेकंड गोल के लिए तैयारी, लेकिन बैकलाइन पार कर जाएगा।
I think Shubham needs to watch out for such runs like this, right? He's been going for those cutbacks and he's kind of has had a little bit of a tweak in that final finisher shot, right? Instead of performing a skill move, Saki, what he did was just turned around with Mbappe and just took that shot. So I think Shubham needs to be on guards to try and defend ball like that. But now Shubham looking equally attacking with Ronaldinho. He's got to score, and that he will, as Kerala Blasters FC get themselves back into this game, and quite a unique celebration, and a celebration of course will be enjoyed by Shubham, as now, well, the Viper, he was all coiled up, ready to strike, and that he did. To spread his fangs right open and poison down the veins of Saki. But is this going to be a lethal strike? That only time shall tell, because Saki, you can see he's got an intent right now to get back in, to score that second goal. A lot of room for Kylian Mbappe, but Donnarumma stretches his arms like wings and saves the day as it goes out for a corner.
वाओ, देखिए गेम जिस तरीके से चल रहा है, मुझे तो बहुत मजा आ रहा है एंड आई थिंक जितने भी न्यूट्रल फैंस हैं उनको भी बहुत ज़्यादा मजा आ रहा होगा। बट इस बार अटैक की कोशिश, लेकिन बेहतरीन तरीके से डिफेंड करते हुए देखिए शुभम। बट ये देखिए ये कभी कभार हो जाता है, अगर आपका राइट हैंडर प्ले लाइक राइट फुट प्लेयर है और उस जगह पे अगर आप लेफ्ट फुट से फर्स्ट टाइम पास देने की कोशिश करते हो, वो गलती हो जाता है। ये बहुत बार होता हुआ दिखा है, इस बार भी हो रहा था, लेकिन शुभम वो इधर काउंटर पे जा चुके थे, विद मेसी शॉट भी लिया गया था बट शील्ड करते हुए दिखे विद वैन डाइक की। बट देखिए दोनों ही प्रॉपर कोशिश कर रहे हैं एंड प्रॉपर अटेम्प्ट भी ले रहे हैं गोल्स की।
I think so far, both these defenses have been a little bit open tonight. Both of the players being quite vulnerable over there, and both the players are being quite good attacking wise. So kind of a contrast of what we saw in that first individual battle, where it was all boiling down to how good these players were in terms of their defense. But now this is what I was talking about when I bring Shubham into the picture. He's got a variety of attacks going on for him, and you don't see him coming. That's the best part about Shubham. Suddenly he was going for those driven throughs, then lob through balls. He's got it all, and now Saki has got a chance. A nice L2 pass over there, but a chance that has been squandered. Felt like could have been stolen back, but no. Shubham, I think he's gotten into his instincts. It's very difficult to stop him from here on outwards.
शुभम विद हकीमी राइट हैंड साइड से निकल चुके हैं, बट नहीं, बॉल नहीं रख पाए गेम के अंदर। 32 मिनट्स ऑलरेडी हो चुका है। दोनों ही क्लब की तरफ से, दोनों ही प्लेयर की तरफ से काफ़ी शानदार इंटेंसिटी नज़र आता हुआ, लेकिन ये मिस पासेस आपको अवॉइड करना होगा जितना ज़्यादा हो सके। और देखिए क्या स्मूथ पास खिला रही है शुभम का, आज कौन से फुल्ली क्लियर है, लेकिन उनको पता है कि उनको नेक्स्ट क्या करना है, किस जगह पे करना है ना। उस जगह पे सैकी की तरफ से बेहतरीन एक डिफेंस देखने के लिए मिला। एम्बापे का रन था, मुझे लगा शायद एम्बापे को ढूंढ सकते हैं, लेकिन वो भी थोड़ा बॉल पोजीशन के ऊपर ज़्यादा ध्यान दे रहे हैं और इधर एक प्रॉपर बिल्डअप की कोशिश करते हुए दिख सकते हैं। टेविया लेफ्ट हैंड साइड से ओवरलैप पे पहुंच चुके हैं मेसी टू रोनाल्डो, बट नो, रोनाल्डो के पास बॉल जाते ही कहने की छीन लिया जा रहा है। एंड आई थिंक शुभम मार्क करके रखे हैं कि जब भी मुंबई जीडीएफसी के रोनाल्डो के पास बॉल जाएगा देन जाके इधर अटेम्प्ट लेंगे और चैलेंज करेंगे।
Yeah, I think what Shubham has been doing so far has been kind of constantly keeping Saki into thinking what sort of an attack is coming at his direction next, right? We've seen a plethora of them already being shown by Shubham, but now Saki has been trying to keep things as simple as he possibly can, right? He's been relying for those cutbacks, he's been relying for those through balls, but when it comes down to Shubham, he's been a little bit more crafty. And this is something when the halftime whistle blows, both these players will go back into talking with their partners and decide now what are they going to do next, because at a point you might see one of them getting gassed out, but this is a nice build-up for Shubham Tam as with Mbappe looks for a cutback, goes for a ball scoop to Hakimi, back towards R9. Quick set of passes going on with Mbappe, went for that Elastico, has to take that shot, and how did that not go through? TT, I cannot believe it was saved.
देखिए दोनों के लिए एक सेव हो चुका है। आई थिंक ये कहीं ना कहीं कुछ अलग ही परफॉर्मेंस था। एक बार डॉन रोमा और इस बार के लिए फ्रॉम द साइड ऑफ सैकी एक पास आया, तो दोनों ही गोल्स उतने ही क्लोज थे जितना एक भूखे से उनका खाना, लेकिन मिला नहीं। 1-1 अभी भी फर्स्ट हाफ के बाद, बट जो सेकेंड हाफ है, सेकेंड हाफ होने वाला है डिसाइडर। काइंड ऑफ पिछले गेम का पूरा एक मिरर इमेज देखने के लिए मिल रहा है, जिधर 0-0 था बट सेम पेज पे थे। इस बार 1-1 है, सेम पेज में है, और ये 45 मिनट डिसाइड करने वाला है कि कौन लेके जाएगा स्लॉट फॉर सेमीफाइनल 2। तो बहुत ज्यादा एक्साइटमेंट बढ़ता जा रहा है, इंटेंसिटी बढ़ता जा रहा है। और आपने एकदम सही कहा था शुरुआत पे कि 2 एयर कंडीशनर तो है, लेकिन स्प्लिट ही हो चुका है रूम अभी।
Yeah, I think at this point, like I said, right, initially when the match began, Saki had nice control. He had scored one, but ever since then, I feel like Shubham, look at how threatening this lad is in that final third, right? Every single time, he's just kind of toying around with those defenders, and if he keeps on pressing like this, if he keeps on taking chances like this, then there is going to be that moment where he gets that glory that long awaits him. He is a player that he's come up and said time and again, I live to play games like this. Stakes where everything is on the line. He enjoys himself. He's living the moment. But this is where Saki cannot just let him lose like that. You cannot let him slip into the jungle. You cannot let the snake loose. Because if you cannot tame him, he is gonna absolutely poison the entire forest and make sure that this trophy is his. Such is a player of Shubham's caliber. And now commencement of the second half, you can see this time Shubham, again a little bit of a slower build-up play for him. He's trying to frustrate his opponent, force Saki into committing into mistakes, but Saki needs to have that stronger resolve. He needs to find a way through Shubham's defense and needs to score that second goal.
वाह, आखिरी देखिए सिर्फ और सिर्फ 38 मिनट्स बाकी है, और ये 38 मिनट के अंदर हम लोग को पता चल जाएगा कि क्या होने वाला है। बट अभी तक अगर सेकेंड हाफ की गेम की बात करें तो सैकी की तरफ से बैक टू बैक कोशिश जो है वो करा जा रहे हैं, लेकिन वो तोड़ नहीं पा रहे इधर शुभम के डिफेंस को। और इस बार एक गलत पास क्रूशियल हो सकता है, हालांकि रोडोली से भी बॉल छीना गया, बट फिर रोडोली वो बोल रहे रुको जरा, हमारे पास हमारा फिजिक है, और इधर रोनाल्डो से बॉल छीन लिया। बट एक चीज जो कि इधर देख के खेलना होगा, इस सैकी जैसे कि आप भी गए थे कि सेकेंड हाफ में उनका रूप चेंज हो जाता है, तो वो कहीं ना कहीं इस बार तो ऑल आउट जाने वाले हैं, क्योंकि उनको पता है कि इस रेगुलेशन टाइम के अंदर ही गेम को खत्म कर देना सही है, नहीं तो शुभम इधर कुछ भी कर सकते हैं बाद में।
It's could have gotten closer than ever. But Donnarumma for Shubham has been impressive. I think he's one of the only players that gets Donnarumma as a keeper, but this could be a goal served on a silver platter. Oh my goodness.
Shubham, that cheeky smile. He knew this could have hurt him and could have come down to haunt him had Saki capitalized. But thankfully, he's managed to survive that. He's weathered that storm. Again, a slower build-up, but this time, Saki looks much more poised. He's trying to assert his dominance, but a lot of those slip-up plays in that midfield. With Rudhulet, pass on towards Lionel Messi, and he will score. Kerala Blasters FC have taken a step closer to inching a spot in the semi-finals, but the deed is far more than done because we still have a lot more time remaining. But slowly and surely, the venom is spreading, is coursing through Saki's veins as Shubham has started taking over this match.
वाह क्या शानदार इधर परफॉर्मेंस था। देखिए अभी भी टाइम बचा हुआ है वी नो, लेकिन अगर इस जगह पे गोल स्कोर नहीं कर पाते हैं सैकी, एंड वो जो कमबैक स्टोरी शुरू हुआ था वो कंटिन्यू होता हुआ रहेगा, लेकिन इस बार स्टोरी लाइन चेंज होता हुआ दिखेगा केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी के लिए, क्योंकि वो इधर डोमिनेट करके जाएंगे। हालांकि अभी तक अगर देखा जाए तो दोनों के ही तरह से काफी बेहतरीन परफॉर्मेंसेस देखने के लिए मिले हैं, बट सैकी को आज उतना खुलने का मौका ही नहीं दे रहे शुभम। शुभम आज प्रॉपरली प्रिपेयर होकर आए हैं। सैकी का गेम शायद बहुत क्लोजली ऑब्जर्व करके आए हैं कि वो किस तरीके से खेलते हैं, फर्स्ट हाफ सेकंड हाफ क्या रहता है उनका सेकंड प्लान, सब कुछ इधर स्टडी करके आए हैं और उसका आउटकम इधर देखने के लिए मिलता हुआ 65th मिनट 2-1 से आगे केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी।
Nearly 25 minutes into the game. It's just that one goal separating two mighty clubs. Mumbai City FC haven't really been in such a situation. Hasn't come down to Saki to handle pressure. Seems like now he's feeling the heat. You could see him being a little nervous, being a little sweaty. But that is where you fall into the traps of Shubham, who again is going to resort for a rather slow build-up. You could see that little run triggered on that left wing, and Shubham has got a lot of options of attack. And now at this point, he's starting to frustrate Saki, not giving him the ball, keeping as much of possession as he possibly can over here with Ashraf Hakimi. There you can see the constant press also coming in, and now this is where the substitutions will come through for them. And at this moment, I'm kind of starting to ponder what could be the answer for Saki. How can he score that equalizer over here?
ओह! देखिए वो अभी कहना काफ़ी टफ है एंड आई थिंक वो उनको भी पता है लाइक खुद से भी, क्योंकि आज शिवम का जो डिफेंस है वो बिल्कुल भी खुल नहीं रहा एंड सेम विद लाइक केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी की अगर बात किया जाए इंडिविजुअल डिफेंस के ऊपर काफ़ी ज़्यादा काम किया गया है। हालाँकि अभी तक उनका जो को-ऑप के ऊपर डिफेंस है वो उतना खास नहीं था। बट मुंबई सिटी एफसी उनको इधर ध्यान देना होगा कि टाइम ज़्यादा बचा नहीं है। आखिरी सिर्फ़ और सिर्फ़ काइंड ऑफ 19 मिनट्स और ये 19 मिनट्स के अंदर ही जो करना है उनको करना है और एल्स इधर फिर से नेक्स्ट सीजन के लिए वेट करना होगा। 2-1 से आगे निकल चुके हैं केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी और बॉल कंट्रोल फुल्ली उनके ही पास। शायद लोग मेनू से ये इंस्ट्रक्शन आ गया होगा या तो एक गोल स्कोर करो और एल्स टाइम व्यतीत करो, तो वो गोल स्कोर करने के लिए पहुंच चुके हैं। रुडोलित कोशिश रोनाल्डो को देने के लिए एक गलत पास, रोनाल्डिनियो बॉल फिर से केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी के पास और जो गलतियां आज सैकी कर रही हैं इसका भुगतान जो है वो उनको भरना ऑलरेडी पड़ चुका है और शायद एक और गोल आता हुआ दिख जाए। बट नो, एज ऑफ नाउ थोड़े देर के लिए अटैक, देखिए खतरा तो है लेकिन उसको थोड़ी देर के लिए टल चुके हैं। बट एक बार फिर से विद एम्बापे आगे बढ़ते हुए शिवम फर्नांडिस फाइनली बॉल जीतेंगे, बट टाइम ज्यादा नहीं बचा, जितना जल्दी हो सके काउंटर पे जाना होगा।
Saki needs to do this. He knows, I mean, it's all boiled down to the next 10 minutes because the league stage run for Mumbai City FC had been so phenomenal, and to watch them not make it to the semis is going to be absolutely gutting. As Saki, he knows how much this is going to mean, but no, Shubham, he's got heart of steel over here. He's showing no mercy. The defense completely being on point.
barely making any more errors over here. All he's going to do is defend for the next 8 minutes, and he's been under similar circumstances last time around. Also with Kaman Tikka, he did not let him score, and that is how he ensured that KBFC make it to the playoffs. And now that they're in the playoffs, these boys are dreaming along with them. All the Kerala Blasters FC fans are certainly riding that hype train as they are building their way up into the semis. Next up could be Northeast United FC, up and until the point Saki scores a late equalizer. This could be one of those chances with Jude Bellingham to Eusebio, but no, unable to do so. And this is the point where players tend to retain as much of the ball, do not give the possession away. Saki is literally throwing the entire kitchen sink out of the window, but it is all going into the wing. Sad.
और आखिरी मिनट बचा हुआ है और बॉल है केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी के पास. उनका वो ड्रीम रन, पेनल्टी,
No way!
पेनल्टी. और उसी के साथ ये हम कह सकते हैं, ऐलान कर सकते हैं, लेकिन टाइम लिया जा रहा है और वो कुछ सेकंड से 1-2 सेकंड भी काफी ज्यादा है. और उसी के साथ गोल खत्म. ये गेम केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी एडवांस कर जाएंगे टुवर्ड्स सेमीफाइनल्स. ऑन द अदर हैंड मुंबई सीडीएफसी, जो कि इतने दिन से डोमिनेट कर रहे थे, कहीं ना कहीं एक लाजवाब परफॉर्मेंस दिखा रहे थे eISL सीजन 2 के अंदर लीग स्टेज पे, वो इधर बाहर जाते हुए. और केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी आज उनका हर एक जो भी स्ट्रैटेजी वो सोच के आए थे वो ऑन द लाइन काम आता हुआ. सिर्फ और सिर्फ को-ऑप गेम छोड़ के शुरू करना लोकमेंडो के साथ, वो भी काम आ गया. शुभम आखिर में जाके गोल स्कोर करते हुए दिखे और लाजवाब एक एंडिंग फॉर केरला ब्लास्टर एफसी. हालांकि ये एंडिंग नहीं है, ये एक शुरुआत है सेमीफाइनल्स का, लेकिन जिस तरीके से उन्होंने ये गेम परफॉर्म किया लाजवाब था.
Unbelievable individual matchup between Saki and Shubham there. I mean, it was a flawless performance, to be honest, especially after that first hiccup. There was not even a single instance where you could see that, or you could say that Shubham looks weak, right? Ever since he scored that equalizer, he completely took over the match, and in those final minutes, just dug the grave for Saki and put him inside of it, and well, put him down 6 feet under. And that being said, Kerala Blasters FC, they secure the final spot into the semi-finals. And now from here onwards, well, no reason to celebrate maybe for now, because the next task up ahead is going to be even more tougher than this. It's going to be Northeast United FC, a club that just has managed to take defeat from, I think, Bengaluru FC, and then they go on with a flawless run so far. So at this point, Kerala Blasters FC can't really rule them out. You know, the way they've been playing, you know, this run that they've been having has been so stellar. I do not see a world where they don't head into the finals. But before everything goes down, I think I would really need to hear from the players. And well, Shuyash is going to do exactly that. So on to you, Shuyash.
Okay, another exciting match in the knockout stage of the eISL playoffs of Season 2. Guys, I have Shubham and Lokmanyu here with me. Lokmanyu, let me set the context first, okay? Before the game started, all the casters were saying they're a little puzzled about the fact that you're deciding to go up to play the first game against Aditya, but it seems to have paid off. What was the thinking and logic behind that?
Yeah, so I think the most important part that me and Shubham have noticed that whenever I go first, I think he settles in well in co-op. Obviously, today it wasn't the case, but overall we've developed as a much better team, as a duo, when we play co-op when I go first. So we saw the stats and we saw, okay, maybe that's better. And he said he wanted to play the last game, the clutch game. So he trusted me to go first, get the win, so that if it goes to the last and he does the job, and he did that.
But the stats also said, in terms of your head-to-head against Aditya, he seemed to be far ahead of you. How confident were you going into that game?
So I knew that it's a LAN event, and I always back myself at a LAN event. Obviously, last year as well, it was a different setting. It was in the studio as well. But whenever it comes to LAN, I back myself up, and I didn't care about any previous results. Obviously, Adi is a fantastic player, and I remember him when he was coming earlier, right, during the one of the tournaments 3-4 years ago. He was like the rising star, beating everyone. Since then, he's always been a tough competitor to play against, and I went with a different strategy. I didn't play my usual, which came across to him unexpected. So happy to have that.
All right, now Shivam, coming to you. You're one of the flairiest players in the league. I mean, all the casters, the commentators were just amazed at all the long balls you were pinging and the quick interchange of passes. A word for the Kerala Blasters fans listening to this. They like to see good, attractive football. And you seem to embody that spirit as well. So what's your message to them ahead of your upcoming big fixtures?
First of all, we are very grateful to the fans because the way we started the season, we were rock bottom. We were literally rock bottom, and they never they're still supporting us regardless of the fact that we are 10th. But yeah, that and I feel that kept us going throughout the season. That okay, कुछ support तो मिलते ही जा रहा है, and we'll just keep going. And then we went 4 games unbeaten. The last games we clustered up. We came into the knockouts. Knockouts were a very tricky fixture, and it was against 2 of the best FIFA players in the country, so we knew what to do. Our game plan was set, and I guess that worked. So for the fans, I'll just say, keep supporting us. We have 6 more games of FIFA, 6 individual games of FIFA to reach, to hopefully reach the finals. To hopefully reach the finals. So yeah, keep supporting us.
All right, guys, well done. Congratulations on the win, and all the best for the upcoming fixtures. That was Lokmanyu and Aditya from Knockout 2 in the eISL playoffs of Season 2. Guys, keep watching the action because next up we have FC Goa playing their next game against Bengaluru FC. Tune in to the Indian Super League YouTube channel and the eISL gaming channel. Apart from the clubs who are going to be streaming the games live as well, it's back to you, casters.
Thank you so much, Shuyash, and really words of wisdom there from Lokmanyu. Does not matter what has happened in the past, right? What really comes down is tonight, how good are you on the pitch? And that is what Lokmanyu showed us, and he managed to best out Crusher. And of course, the co-op game went a little bit dicey, but eventually Shubham was there to get the clutch win victory. But overall, TT, it filled my heart with joy, and it feels like I've had enough. But hey folks, we still have 2 more fixtures to go. But before we head into that, TD, tell me about what's happening in the updated schedule. What's going to happen next?
देखिए, बेंगलुरु एफसी पिछले गेम पहले का आज का जो प्लेऑफ नंबर 1 था, वो गेम जीत के क्वालिफाई कर चुके थे फॉर द सेमीफाइनल्स, और पे अभी वो एफसी गोवा के खिलाफ जाने वाले हैं, और ये होने वाला है लेग 1. तो सेमीफाइनल्स का लेग 1 आज होगा, लेग 2 कल, एंड सेम विद सेमीफाइनल का लेग सेमीफाइनल का जो 2 है वो सेमीफाइनल 2 का लेग 1 आज होगा एंड लेग 2 कल. दैट मीन्स आज जो भी रिजल्ट आएगा वो सुप्रीम नहीं होगा, वो एक कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग को बिल्डअप होता हुआ दिखेगा. बट देखिए, सेम इम्पॉर्टेंट है, दोनों लेग मिला के ही हम लोग को पता चलेगा कि कौन जाने वाले हैं ग्रैंड फाइनल्स पे. सो बहुत कुछ ऑन द लाइन है, एंड मैं तो चाहूंगा कि एक बेस्ट फीफा हम लोग को देखने के लिए मिले.
I think I promise you're going to see the best FIFA of your life, and you will be there to be casting it, witness history being created. But that being said, folks, we are done with our knockout fixtures. Right now, what we're going to do is go for a short little break, because coming right after will be the first semi-final of the week.